Hello students, how are you all? So this is our part 2 of chapter 1, that is we are going to see about the animal tissues today. Okay, so before entering into that, let's have a small recap on the previous topic, plant tissue. So plant tissue is classified as meristematic and permanent tissue. Meristematic is an actively dividing cell, permanent is a non-dividing tissues, and this permanent further classified as protective, supporting and conducting tissue. Supporting tissue has three categories: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And this conducting tissues are xylem and phloem. Xylem is responsible for transporting water and phloem is responsible in transporting the food and the mineral substances. So next we are going to continue with the animal tissues. So the animal tissues are classified as follows: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissues, neural tissues. So epithelial, it is a covering tissue. Connective, it is a supporting tissue. Muscle, it's a contractile tissue. Nervous, it's a message conveying tissues. So now we are going to see about each tissues detailing. First, epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue, it is a thin, protective and continuous sheet of cells. Okay, this tissue does not have any breakage in between. It is a continuous sheet of cell. It is thin and it is a protective layer of the cell. So it covers the surface of the body and lines of body cavities and internal organs. If you take the shape, it is flat, cuboidal or columnar in shape. Okay, so it is flat, cuboidal or columnar or polygonal in shape. And these epithelial cells are categorized as follows: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium and ciliated epithelium. If you take the squamous epithelium, here I have given you the diagrammatic representation of all the 4 epithelial cells, children. So with this we'll have a small explanation, okay, with a sentence. Squamous epithelium, so they are composed of thin, flattened and polygonal cells. Okay, squamous, they are thin, flattened and polygonal cells. The example, cells of the outer layer of skin. So it's an epidermal layer. Okay, cells of outer layer of skin. Next is cuboidal. They are composed of cube-like cells. Can you able to see the cube-like cells in the circle? Yeah. So hence it is a cuboidal epithelium cell. These type of cells are found in the lining of kidney tubules. And the main function is absorption. The main function of squamous epithelium is protection. The main function of cuboidal is absorption. Next is columnar epithelium. So they are composed of vertically arranged tall cylindrical column-like cells. Can you able to see in the picture a column-like and brick-like arrangements? Okay. So example, the inner lining of stomach and intestine. So the inner lining of stomach and intestine contains these type of columnar epithelium cells. The main function of columnar epithelium is secretory, for secretions of enzymes. Next is ciliated columnar epithelium cells. So these type of cells are found in the lining of windpipe and oviduct. Windpipe, the tracheal region of our respiratory system. Okay, so these type of cells are found in the lining of tracheal region. This columnar epithelium contains a hair-like protoplasmic projections called cilia, a brush-like projections. Can you able to see in the picture? So that is called cilia. So hence the presence of cilia, this columnar epithelium is called as ciliated columnar epithelial cells. The main function is of this cilia. Okay, the main function of this cilia keeps lashing and move the substance in its contact. So these are about the 4 different types of epithelial cells. Next is connective tissue. Binds one tissue with another and also connects various organs. Okay, it's going to bind one tissue with another tissue and also it's going to connect the various organs. Hence these type of tissues are called as connective tissues. The connective tissues are classified as three groups. Connective tissue proper, that is fibrous tissue, supportive tissue, fluid connective tissue. Okay, so if you take the fibrous connective tissue, it is of four different groups: areolar tissue, adipose tissue, tendons, ligaments. Areolar tissue, it's going to bind our skin to the underlying tissue. Adipose tissue, these cells are filled with fat globules. Tendons, these tendons are going to connect muscle bones with joints. Ligaments are connecting a bone to the bone at joints. Okay, so these are the four different groups of fibrous connective tissue. Next is supportive connective tissue. This supportive connective tissue consists of two major things: cartilages, bones. Cartilages. This cartilage covers the ends of bones and gives support to certain organs such as tip of nose, external projection of ear, and windpipe. Okay, so these cartilage are semi-transparent and elastic in nature. They are non-porous in structure. Okay, then bone. It is the main supportive structure of vertebrates. The bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix of calcium and phosphorus salts. So they are porous tissues. Okay, so they are made up of hard matrix of calcium and phosphorus. They are porous tissue and they are the main supportive structure of vertebrates. Next is fluid connective tissue. The fluid connective tissue has two categories: blood, lymph. Blood, it is a combination of plasma and cellular parts. So it is composed of both liquid and cellular parts. The liquid part of the blood is called plasma, and the cellular parts contain red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay, lymph, these are the fluids surrounding the body cells, which is helpful in transportation and immunity. So I have given you the picture of all the types of connective tissues here: adipose tissue, areolar tissue, compact bone, and blood connective tissues. Okay, so these are of different kinds of connective tissues. Next is muscle tissue. Muscular tissue forms the muscles of the body. Okay, it forms the muscles of the body and it helps in movements. There are three kinds of muscle tissues: striated muscle, unstriated, and cardiac muscle. If you take striated muscle, they are skeletal, striped, and voluntary. Voluntary in the sense that muscles can be controlled by our will. So hence it is a voluntary muscle. Unstriated muscle, they are smooth, unstriped, and involuntary. So these muscle works cannot be controlled by our will, and hence it is a involuntary muscle. Cardiac muscle, this is also an involuntary muscles. This type of muscle is found only in the walls of heart. Okay, so the three kinds of muscle tissues are striated muscle, unstriated muscle, cardiac muscle. Next is neural nervous tissue. Nervous tissue constitutes the nervous system. So these tissues are made up of elongated cells called neurons. Okay, so nervous tissue, it constitutes the nervous system. It is made up of elongated cells called neurons, and each nerve cell consists of a cell body. It's called cyton. The cell body is called as cyton, containing the nucleus. Can you able to see in the picture, children? The cell body which contains the nucleus, and it has a hair-like extensions called dendrites. So cell body which contains the nucleus inside and the hair-like projections coming out from the cyton, it's called a dendrites. And one of these, the axon, may be very long. Okay, so one of these, the axon, may be very long, sometimes as long as 1 meter. So that axon bundle together and forms a nerve. So axons bundle together and forms a nerve. So this is what about the neural nervous system. So animal tissues, it is of 4 types: epithelial, connective, muscular, nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue is further classified as squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, and ciliated epithelium. Muscular tissue are classified as striated, unstriated, cardiac muscle. Nervous tissue is neurons. Connective tissue is classified as fibrous tissue, supportive tissue, fluid tissue. Fibrous tissue is further classified as areolar tissue, adipose tissue, supportive tissue as bone and cartilage, fluid tissue as blood and lymph. So this is all about the animal tissue. So with this, your chapter 1 is getting over, children. Following this, you will be getting the worksheet. Try to answer the questions asked in the worksheets. So this worksheet will contain few questions from our previous topic, plant tissue. That is, first 4 questions will be from the plant tissue and the remaining questions of your animal tissue. So answer properly. Okay. So thank you. Very soon I'll meet you with the next video. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day.